Welcome back to the channel. Today I've just received a massive shipment from the United States of America, so there's no better time. Let's get straight into this. And I've got a bit of sarcasm to start with. The biggest card I've ever had in my Xhaka PC has arrived. Yes, this is it. And let me just put it in comparison to another card. Yep, that's why it's the biggest card I've ever had. Number to 10. This was a topper, I believe, in 2016 Champions League. So, obviously, when he was playing for Borussia Mönchengladbach, I thought it had to be picked up for the PC. So I don't know. I don't know if I could put a photo frame or anything, but it's a big addition. Obviously, perfect way to start the video. Got Granit Xhaka in the background there. Obviously, LeBron and D'Angelo. So moving into the first part of today's video, I've actually got quite a few pickups from the women's Chrome set. So here we go, Jem Beattie to 99, Freedom Mornham to 75. Then I've got a few really nice Tops Nows. Got a Catalina Ford from when we beat Leon, Beth Mead, Freedom Mornham, and Catalina Ford again. And then another Beth Mead. Moving on now, this Orange Wave Refractor for Mano Iwabuchi. Funny enough, she's just going on loan out to Tottenham, which is still quite funny. Women's game is very much different to the men's game. Now we move on to a neon green Mana Iwabuchi Auto. I just think these are so clean, these cards. First women's Chrome as well. If you ever do see any Arsenal cards, or if you've ever got any Arsenal women's cards available, always feel free to hit me up on Instagram at RP Trading Cards, because I'm always interested in trading for them or buying them. Another one for Mana Iwabuchi. This is just a refractor auto, whereas the last one was numbered to 99. This one is just a plain auto. Refractor for Manu. As you can see a theme here for the beginning. Moving on to a lovely Beth Mead out of 150. This is number 44 of 150. Sadly, obviously, recently tore her ACL. One of the greatest female players in world football. Just see what she done at the Euros. Absolutely tearing it up. Really wish she come back into our Arsenal team very soon. Moving on now to one of the best midfielders in the history of the women's game. A Kim Little, neon green to 99, numbered 62 of 99. Following on from the first Kim Little, moving on to Inferno, which is my favourite parallel. I just really like this parallel. It's very different. Something you don't see in men's Chrome much. Obviously, yet again, another Arsenal women's player. This one's number 59 of 75. And the last two women's pickups from this one have a neon green Lottie Woban-Moit, and that is number 74 of 99. And last but not least, a Lottie Woban-Moit Orange Wave Refractor to 99, numbered 13 of 25. I just think they're super clean, the women's cards, and really, really underrated. So moving on now to, this was a Whatnot pickup from actually the guys over at Sunday League Investor on their Whatnot stream. Thomas Partey treble, obviously one of the more desirable sets of late. I don't normally buy much of Arsenal players in their old shirts, but treble is so nice. I'm actually going to take this one out of the top loader and out the sleeve just to show you just how nice it is. So, as you see here, it's such one of the nicest designed cards out there. And I remember when I first got into the hobby, trebles were really cheap, and I really wish I bought more of them then. But obviously now, being a lot more. Another Thomas Partey for the collection. That treble was numbered to 75, so obviously a bit harder, but this one is to 25. Orange Merlin Chrome, one of these sets. This is my favourite men's set to collect from Tops. As you'll see coming up, I do Rainbow Gabrielle in this, and this is number 1 of 25, so your eBay 1 of 1, first off the line, bookend. A lovely orange Thomas Partey. Moving on to the next one, as I just said there, I do collect a rainbow in the men's. So first up here is a Gabrielle to 25, under 23, so obviously the orange. Number 2 of 25. I just think it's super clean, this design. Obviously, everyone knows Chrome's a great set. Merlin Chrome especially, growing in popularity. And even though there's no rookie logo on this one, because this is his first Arsenal card for Tops, and I just think it's so clean. Especially can't wait for the more Merlin Chrome this year. Hopefully Granit Xhaka makes the list this one. Up next is another lovely parallel. This is the Speckle. The only annoying thing of this one is it's kind of printed over the writing, so I'm going to look for another one of this where the print is slightly higher. So that is number 34 of 150. Such a lovely parallel. And moving on to the next one. Obviously, it's very similar to the last one, whereas the last one was just a normal speckle. This one is the aqua speckle. Obviously, printing is back in the right location now. This is number 106 of 175. Slowly ticking off the rainbow on this one. Up next is one of my favourite ones. I've got probably the second favourite one I own after the one after this. And this is an a gold atomic, numbered to 50, and this is number 37 of 50. I just think how it looks, obviously, is similar to the cracked ice design. Obviously, in my last video, you see the cracked ice rated rookie SGC 10 Gabriel, and perfect goes with it. And now is one of my favourite cards, which will be in my top 15 from now on. And this is a red wave refractor, 5 of 5. One of the harder ones to track down so far. I am missing the to 10, which is just true red, to 15 black, to 25 orange atomic, and to 99 green. But this is just beautiful. Obviously the colour match, red on red, the wave design as well. Question for everyone, and I'd like to know down below, where would you send this? Would you send this to SGC to have the black border around it? Or would you send it to PSA and have the red colour match PSA? I think it's got between one of them two. So please let me know in the comments below. And obviously, moving on, I entered quite a few breaks over the World Cup period. Picked up Switzerland in a lot, and quite a few player breaks. I picked up Granit Xhaka and Bril Mbolo. Always been an admirer of Mbolo since he was at Basel. Obviously moved on to Schalke after that, on to Mönchengladbach, now at Monaco. Always plays well at the big competitions, and obviously this is a true gold. Number 3 of 10. Such a beautiful card. Definitely a nice one for the PC. Debating moving this one on at the London Card Show. So it might be staying in the PC. I'm a bit undecided at the moment with that one. Moving on now. We've got, obviously, it wouldn't be a Ronnie opening if it wasn't plenty of Granit Xhaka. Now, this one is a copper to 25 prism breakaway. Another bookender. We've got 25 of 25. Moving on to this one, the teal. This is number 7 of 49. It's just still such a lovely card design, the breakaway. And that prism's so much better than the last one. Quite a few of these did come from breaks. So, Granit Xhaka, this is just a non-numbered red insert from Mosaic. But the colour match, I think, is really nice on that. Moving on now, we've got a blue breakaway. Granit Xhaka from the World Cup Prism. Numbered 17 of 49. Up next, this one is a lovely card. And I think it's not always the easiest to show on here. But this is a blue scope from the choice boxes. This is numbered 126 out of 135. Such a beautiful card, this one. I have got the blue in my case as well, the true blue. So we've got the blue breakaway, blue scope. I think the blue scope is by far my favourite design out of all of them. Moving on to another non-numbered insert from this World Cup, the cracked ice. It's an iconic card. Obviously in Premier League H2 boxes, these are numbered to 23. But for the World Cup, all of them were non-numbered, but still such a lovely card. And another one that fits straight into the PC. Moving on to something a bit older. Obviously, we've got the red, white, blue tricolour prism from Russia World Cup 2018. Always on the lookout for different Granit Xhaka stuff, especially from older World Cups. Obviously, non-numbered, but nice, especially being in World Cup season, to pick up something from an older set. Moving on now to, I've got two more. No, obviously, the prism from Mosaic, another break card. I've got about 5 or 6 of these now. Non-numbered, and then the last colour match for Prism Granit Xhaka, numbered 146 out of 399. Lovely colour match, got a few of these now as well. Just simple red on red, very cheap card. I think I got this in a break, but I think I've seen them go for about $3 to $4. Moving on next to the last women's card of this one, and obviously magged up. It's a Viviana Miedema auto. I also got a Beth Mead auto on this one, which is in the case. So I've got the Viviana Miedema and Beth Mead now, both in the PC. Both will go off for grading very soon as well, but one of women's great strikers. Record speaks for herself, sadly. Just like Beth, tore a cruciate ligament, so out. Hopefully back for the World Cup, but it looks like she's missing that one. Next up, we have a 1 of 1. As you can see there, the best 1 of 1 as well. The actual writing rather than the numerical here. Granit Xhaka impeccable. So it looks quite familiar to that one in the background because it is. It's the 1920 impeccable. 2021 impeccable printing plate for Granit Xhaka. Which when I see this pop up in an American auction, I knew I had to get this card. Obviously, being a Granit Xhaka collector, and also just in general, I'm a big fan of printing plates. I know some people are not, but had to be done. I've now got that one as well. I've got the 35 and to 75, and now the printing plate to go with it. Moving on now, during the World Cup, Panini had an instant set for the World Cup with different moments and players. And a good friend of mine, Aidan, pointed out to me that they was doing the Granit Xhaka one, so I managed to pick up the to 5. And it's a bit different this, so all 5 will say 1 of 5. It won't say 2 of 5, 3 of 5. It's just all 1 of 5. So the only downside for this is hard to see, but just there, it's harder to see in the mag. There's a lot of chipping and peel, so ungradable. Stay in the mag. Obviously, lovely to have an actual instant picture of Granit for the PC. And moving on now, these cards. Some graded ones, not always the most expensive, but just cool for the PC. This was a whatnot pickup. Very cheap, £12, £11. Obviously, you can tell by the subgrades, obviously 6.5 overall. The subgrades, 5.5 on centering, but 9.5 on the rest. And then service 8.5. So it's just more of an iconic sticker for cheap. In the long run, I will upgrade this. I will get a Beckett, PSA or SGC 8, 9 or 10. Just an iconic one, and I love this French shirt in the picture. Moving on to the last bit of this Mailday, and it was a delivery from PWCC. So I bought a few slabs on there, ranging from $8 through to about $40 area. The first one was a bit of a cheap one, and what I quite like. So 2002 Panini World Cup Brazil Korea Japan sticker. And obviously see, in 2002, Brazil won the World Cup. And the main reason I picked this one up here, right here, is a young Ronaldinho. One of his first Brazilian stickers, especially Panini World Cup. And then on the back is your normal backing. So obviously it is a PSA 5, which is not fantastic. But I'm more than happy that it's going to be sitting in the PC. And it's just a cool one to have. Moving on to the next one, and obviously everyone knows I love a bit of Mesut Ozil. This one is so he's got 2 rookie stickers. This is the next one as well up. This is his 2007 Panini Bundesliga Fußball in a PSA 8, which I just think it looks really good, this one. Legendary player, Mesut Ozil. Obviously, splits opinion, but such a great sticker to have. Like the Omri one, I'll probably in the long run try and get a 9 or 10 of this. But for an Ozil fan, has to be done. And to go perfectly with that one, his Champions League sticker from 2007. This one is in a PSA 9. So I'm very happy to have this one as well. Like I say, PWCC is a really good place to pick up some nice slabs. Range, I think this was $24, which I'm very happy to pay. Like I say, PSA 9. Back when he was at Schalke, number 378. Was one of my favourite players I've ever seen play for Arsenal. And it had to be done. I might pick up some more stuff. This was a nice cheap one. Obviously, no one has to say anything at all when it comes to Jude Bellingham, one of the best young players in world football. He's going to be dominating English team going forward, and then hopefully be getting a big move this summer, even though he's still playing really well for Dortmund and captaining the side when Royce Hummels is not on. In a 9, cheap pickup, just looks really good, this one. I think I might be moving this one on. So I might take this to the London Card Show with me, or it might stay in the PC. But obviously it was his living set, which had quite a high print run, and there's quite a high pop on this. It's not a short pop or anything like a low pop. Just a really nice card to have of Jude. Moving on to last slabs. Here we have a Marcelo 2006 Panini Campeonato sticker from when he was back in Brazil for Fluminense. One of the best left backs, and I don't think he ever really gets talked about that much for his longevity and consistency at Real Madrid and obviously the Brazil national team. But it's funny not to see him with his full-grown afro. Number 110, obviously from 2006. A lovely card in the collection. And last but not least for the collection, obviously this is another PSA 5, but it's an absolute gem. This is Thomas Muller's rookie sticker. So he's got two. He's got this one with like the hollow back and then one with just a pure back. But I really like this one. It's really nice. So this is going to be another one that I will upgrade in the long run. So yeah, it's been a really good delivery, this one. Obviously some of the standout cards are to 5. Gabriel Merlin Chrome. Xhaka 101 printing plate and some of the nice slabs. I'm actually expecting another delivery in from the other side of the world. So hopefully I will be bringing you another Mailday very soon. But if not, if it's not out before then, hope to see everyone this Sunday at the London Card Show. Make sure if there's any tickets left, grab the tickets for the Sunday now. But most importantly, hope everyone that's out there doing well, stay safe and happy hobbying. Good night.